U.S. oil companies have become heavily involved in hydraulic fracturing, or fracking as they call it. It's a process of breaking open underground reserves of oil that are not accessible by other means.
Right, and fracking is not without controversy, but more than that, it's also not economically feasible with oil prices being so low as they are. VOA Midwest correspondent Kane Farabaugh went to see the process of fracking up close. Check it out.
Outside the quiet rural town of New Harmony, Indiana, workers from Isaac Wayne Woolsey's oil company are drilling deep, more than 1,000 meters deep, in the hunt for oil.
We call this the frontier area.
This frontier is situated on the New Albany Shale Formation that spans the states of Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky. Such extensive oil extraction using new hydraulic fracturing or fracking technology does not yet exist in New Albany Shale.
In layman's terms, what exactly is fracking?
Well, it stands for hydraulic fracturing, which is a process by which you can drill into the earth deep into the shale formations below ground. And rather than having it vertical, you can actually drill horizontally. Basically what happens is that there is a solution that's pumped into the well, which basically helps fracture the shale deposits, which thereby leads to the extraction of the shale oil, which is then drawn up from the ground, and that becomes the oil that becomes petroleum.
All right, so now this drop in oil prices that we've been seeing, it's been feeling pretty good for consumers on their wallets, but it's not so good for the industry. Tell us what the effects have been.
Well, when you save money at the pump, you're costing the frackers, or the people who are doing the hydraulic fracturing, money, because it is an expensive process. It's more expensive to hydraulically fracture to extract oil than it is to extract oil in places such as Saudi Arabia or the Middle East, where you can simply drill and oil comes up.
The price of crude oil is just above $55 a barrel, up from a recent low of about $50 a barrel in January. Even though it's up slightly, Woolsey says he needs the price to climb another $10 to $20 a barrel more for it to make financial sense for full-scale extraction to start in this part of the country. For now, he is playing a waiting game.
A lot of these companies that want to drill for oil in these places have had to leap over hurdles that have been put in place by environmental agencies and state agencies, and they've only recently got that permission. It's taken a long time. In many cases, some of these places here in Illinois and Indiana where they've wanted to drill, they had to secure 4-year leases on the land in order to get down to where that oil is to see if there's actually a viable well down there. And they've spent most of that 4-year period just trying to navigate the legislative and legal issues to get permission to drill in the first place.
The clock for Woolsey is ticking. He's hoping he can work out another 4-year option with landowners that would give him and the price of oil more time to rebound.
There isn't a lot of production using this method, but there's a lot of exploring. And so the well that I went to was a place where Isaac Wayne Woolsey, who is the head of an oil company exploring for this oil, has established a pad. And on that pad, they're basically drilling thousands of feet below the surface in order to find the sweet spots, so to speak, where it might be the most promising to extract shale oil. And
so what were you able to see while you were there? You told me also that you had to put on a hard hat, right? I mean, it's not the safest working conditions.
I mean, you have to wear some protective gear, for the most part. There's no accidents there. It is a safe environment, and it's actually, you feel like you're really on a rig there looking at a lot of the action going on. I mean, these are folks that are real professionals at what they do, and they're trying to find, the best circumstances by which they can extract oil. So, you can actually see them sending these drills, deep into the ground. They're drilling pipe that goes down into that depths of the earth. They're also pulling up this material, and in that material, they're trying to find, compounds and substances that show them that they've actually hit a spot that could be promising for oil.
So, Kane, now, what's the worst case scenario then for these drilling companies if the oil prices don't go up? Are we talking about years of waiting for them?
Well, Mr. Woolsey, he told me that he's in this for the long haul. However, for him, it's about another 4 years. And if nothing happens in another 4 years, or if the cost of oil stays as low as it is, or it goes even lower, 4 years might be all he has.